Hello, today I will be reading Captain Underpants and the Big Bad Battle of the Bionic Booger Boy. So, those two kids, the one with the yellow hair is Harold, the one with the brown is George, and that one is Melvin. And Mr. Krupp, which is right there, the school principal. This is Squishy's part 1, and this is show and tell. And they're doing squishies for their show and tell. Basically, if someone sits, this will happen. It will splat all over their legs. And the teacher likes it, so she was going to go to the cafeteria. And then Melvin said go back. He was going to combine these two. And then he did. And then he was going to tell them commands like this. And then Sulu, which is a little hamster, would not listen. So Melvin was going to smack him, but instead Sulu was going to smack him, as you can see. And then he got really hurt, and George and Harold felt bad for the hamster. Sulu jumped right into Harold's arms. And that's the school principal, Mr. Krupp, the boy, and that's their teacher, the one with the blue hair. He got squeezed by the ketchup, and he thinks George and Harold did it. They really didn't. It was the teacher. But they still got in detention. And then now Melvin wants to combine himself into a robot. He thinks everybody will respect him, but in reality, this is what will happen. Just wait and see. While he's combining himself, he accidentally sneezes, and then he will turn into the bionic booger boy we were talking about. And the hamster's shooting at this tree right now. They all are proud of the hamster. That's Melvin. He got turned into that. Everybody was concerned about him. And then he just sat down. There was boogers all around his desk. He was trying to combine himself with the robot, he said. It took 6 months to build it, he said. But if you think about it, it's actually very good he wouldn't. He has the water fountain all by himself. He wins every single football game and much more. Nobody wants to be near him ever. And the teacher says to sneeze in his hands, cover his mouth. But then he did that. Everybody brought umbrellas for the field trip because of Mr. Melvin Sneedly. And Mr. Snooty, the field trip guy, said he needs tissues, but he doesn't like tissues. Everybody made him annoyed, so he just gone big. And then George and Harold hide in the curtains. But meanwhile, Mr. Krupp and his friend just work. And then Mr. Krupp hides with them. George snaps, and he turns into the one and only Captain Underpants. And he's trying to save the day. So he grabs his friend out. But then the booger boy got the cape. So then he still rescued her. And then when he gets water on his head, he turns back. And guess what? His friend got water on his head by kissing him and slobbering. And then in the next chapter, they snapped so much times just to get him back into Captain Underpants. And then he's about to eat them again. But Sulu hears with his bionic ears. and saves them from getting eaten. And then, this is a warning. This Flip-O-Rama page, you have to flip them so that it looks like an animated picture. But that's okay. And he's almost defeated, and then he is. George and Harold say to flip the batteries around, and then Mr. Sneakley didn't believe him. That's Melvin's dad. But then it did happen. Great. But then they got stuck together, and now they're free. And it's a happy ending. But then I think they got switched up. As you can see, one of the boogers came to life. The rest did as well. And then they all will fall down and chase George, Harold, Mr. Crop, and Melvin. The end.